Hey guys, in this video I'll be reviewing the second book in the Heroes of Olympus series, The Son of Neptune. So, quick spoiler-free review is that this book is pretty good, sort of similar to the last book in terms of criticisms and complaints, and then the good stuff as well. So, with this book we have the good stuff, strong characters. I love PERCY JACKSON, it's great to have him back. He's just a really cool and interesting character, and I actually think he's sort of, he sort of presents a high point for the young adult genre in terms of characters, so I really like him. And then we get some new and interesting characters, and I actually really like these, Hazel and Frank. I thought they were really cool. I particularly liked Frank. So yeah, characters are good, but the same criticisms I've had in previous videos, which is to say that nothing really makes any sense, and if you think about it too much, it really starts to hurt your brain, and not in a good way. So yeah, that's kind of a spoiler-free review. This review is going to be a bit shorter because most of what I have to say is pretty similar to the last book. Although I will say that I enjoyed this one a lot more. It felt a little bit less formulaic. It's still the Riordan style, like you go on a quest, you know, you have a journey, you go to a certain place, you do a certain thing. But this one felt a little bit better. It didn't feel so much like a little checklist that Riordan was going through. Like, they meet A, they meet B, they meet C. Even though I do think that is what was happening. It was still very much the same thing. It was like, you gotta go to A location to get this thing from X person, blah, blah, blah. That is what was happening, but it just felt a little bit less, like, sort of in your face and a little bit less obnoxious. So I thought that was, like, an improvement. Like I said, I thought the characters in this were really good. I think I prefer them to Leo and Piper, the new ones, Hazel and Frank, but with that said, I do think that the characters in the previous book were pretty good as well. So I guess if we were to just go through the sort of points of interest in this book, I think that Hazel's sort of like power and like situation is pretty interesting. I thought that Frank's story did fall a little bit flat. It's like, what's the family gift, and it just turns out to shape-shifting, which is a pretty like standard fantasy power. So with that said, I don't think that means his character is bad. I just think it means that the reveal that Riordan built up was a little bit sort of fell a little bit flat. But yeah, overall, this is gonna I'm realizing now it's gonna be a really short review. But yeah, overall, this is a good, solid book, and it's a fun second entry, and I just enjoyed it. And like I said, I love having PERCY JACKSON back. But yeah, it just does suffer from that, like, don't think about it too much sort of flaw. So yeah, I hope you pick up this book. It's really good. In fact, you could probably, if you really wanted to, you could actually probably start the Heroes of Olympus series here and skip the first book if you just want more PERCY JACKSON in your life. And then you probably wouldn't miss too much. And it is really interesting getting to know the Roman camp. And I'd like to say that Raina, as well, is an interesting character. So yeah, you probably wouldn't miss too much starting here if you wanted to skip the first book and not have to deal with the new characters. Which I don't think is a good idea, because I do actually like the new characters. But if you're just a PERCY JACKSON fan, then maybe that's the way to go. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks very much for watching. Sorry it was a bit short, but yeah, like I said, not too much to say about this one that I didn't say in the previous video. So yeah, have a great day. See you later.